I want you to imagine this for a moment. You wake up in the morning, and instead of that familiar stiffness, that hesitation before standing up, that quiet fear of falling, you feel strength, real strength flowing through your legs. Most people think that weak legs are just a part of getting older. They say, it's just age, slow down, sit more, accept it. But I'm here to tell you something different, something that changed my life at 89 years old. Today, at 89 years old, I walk with strength, without pain, and without that constant fear of falling that haunts so many of our generation. Let me share a story with you. 3 years ago, I was sitting in my doctor's office. My legs had become so weak that I needed help getting out of bed. The doctor looked at me with those sympathetic eyes and said, "At your age, this is normal. We should consider getting you a wheelchair." A wheelchair. At 86 years old. That night, I sat in my kitchen, staring at a cup of tea that had gone cold, and I made a decision that would change everything. I decided to fight back. Not with pills, not with expensive treatments, but with something much more powerful. Ancient wisdom combined with modern understanding. Your legs are your independence. They are your freedom to move, to live, to explore, to feel alive. And once they go, everything changes. The spark dims. The world gets smaller. Life becomes about managing decline instead of embracing possibility. But here's the truth no one told you. Weak legs after 70 are not a life sentence. They are a message. An urgent message that your body is craving better habits, better care, better attention. Today, I'm going to share with you the 5 simple morning habits that helped me not just stop the decline, but actually reverse it. These habits require no gym membership, no expensive equipment, no supplements, and most importantly, no pain. These are rooted in ancient Eastern wisdom that has kept people strong for thousands of years, validated by modern science, and proven through my own experience. Before I share these habits, I need to break down a myth that's been stealing strength from millions of people over 70. In traditional Eastern culture, aging is not seen as decline, it's seen as transformation, a time to cultivate energy, to restore balance, to move with wisdom rather than force. But in the West, we're taught that getting older automatically means getting weaker. That's not ancient wisdom, that's modern marketing. Leg weakness is often the result of what I call silent neglect. It's the accumulation of years of ignoring small signs. First, you notice it takes more effort to get out of a chair. Then, stairs become a conscious decision rather than automatic movement. Next, you notice your foot doesn't lift quite as high when you walk. These aren't just signs of aging, these are your legs calling for help. And when you respond correctly to these signals, everything can change. Not just halt the decline, actually reverse it. Are you ready to start your transformation? Let's start with habit number 1. Most mornings, people swing their legs over the side of the bed and stand up immediately. Cold muscles, stiff joints, no preparation. That's like starting a car in freezing weather and immediately gunning the engine. Before I even think about standing up from bed, I begin what I call the floor wake-up stretch. This comes from an ancient Shaolin monk practice called Qi Shen Jiao, which means energy foot awakening. If you're concerned about getting on the floor, you can start by doing these movements sitting on the edge of your bed. Here's exactly what I do. Step 1. The point and flex. Lying on my back, I point my toes as far as I can, hold for 3 seconds. Then I flex my feet, pulling my toes back toward my face. I do this 10 times, slowly and deliberately. Step 2. The ankle circles. I rotate my ankles in slow, deliberate circles. 5 circles in one direction, then 5 in the other. I imagine I'm stirring honey with my toes. Slow, thick, intentional movements. Step 3. The gentle lift. I lift each leg just a few inches off the ground, one at a time. Just enough to feel my hip flexors engage, to remind my core that it has work to do. When you sleep, your circulation slows down. Your muscles literally become cold and stiff. You're asking cold, unprepared muscles to support your full body weight the moment you stand up. That's when falls happen. This 5-minute routine changes all of that. By the time I stand up, my legs feel alive, warm, ready. The difference is remarkable. Tomorrow morning, before you even think about getting out of bed, try this. Notice how different your legs feel when you finally do stand up. Habit number 2 might sound unusual, but this changed everything for my balance and stability. In Chinese medicine, there's a saying, the feet are the second heart. There are over 60 acupuncture points in each foot, many directly connected to the health and strength of your legs. Each morning, after my floor stretches, I perform what I call the sacred foot massage. I use about a teaspoon of warm sesame oil. You can use any oil you have, and I massage it into my feet and calves. The soul awakening. I start with the sole of my right foot. Using my thumbs, I apply gentle pressure in small circles, starting from the heel and working toward the toes. About 30 seconds on each foot's sole. The ankle flow. I massage around my ankles with gentle circular motions. This area holds tremendous tension, especially if you've been sedentary. The calf awakening. I use both hands to massage up my calves from ankle to knee. Long, slow strokes, encouraging the blood to flow upward. Recent studies show that foot massage improves proprioception, your brain's awareness of where your body is in space. Poor proprioception is one of the leading causes of falls in people over 70. When I massage my feet each morning, I'm improving my brain's connection to my legs. I'm enhancing the communication between my nervous system and my muscles. On mornings when I skip this foot massage, I notice the difference in my balance throughout the entire day. But when I take these 3 minutes to connect with my feet, I feel grounded, stable, connected to the earth beneath me. You don't need special oil. You just need 3 minutes and the intention to connect with the foundation that carries you through your day. After my foot massage, I move to what has become my favorite part, the 7-step tea walk. This comes from Japanese Zen tradition, combining mindfulness with gentle mobility. I prepare a cup of hot green tea, or any warm beverage you prefer, but here's the key. I don't sit down to drink it. I find a clear space in my home, maybe 10 feet long. It could be a hallway, your living room, even outside on a patio. The practice. I walk in a straight line, slowly and deliberately, exactly 7 steps forward. With each step, I focus on one specific element, feeling my heel touch the ground, noticing my weight shifting forward, feeling my toe push off. Then I pause. I breathe deeply and take a mindful sip of tea, really tasting it, feeling its warmth. Then I turn and walk 7 steps back, maintaining the same slow, deliberate pace. I repeat this cycle 3 times. The entire practice takes about 7 minutes. Most people think walking is automatic after 70, but walking often becomes unconscious compensation. We start favoring one leg, shortening our stride, looking down instead of forward. This 7-step T-walk breaks all of those unconscious patterns. It's what Western science calls dynamic stability training, retraining your brain and body to work together efficiently. When you move this slowly, this intentionally, you're activating slow-twitch muscle fibers, the endurance muscles that keep you steady and stable throughout the day. After 2 months of this practice, my wife noticed I was walking differently everywhere. She said, "You're walking like you did 20 years ago, with confidence." If 7 steps is too many right now, start with 3. The key is slow, intentional movement combined with mindful pauses. Now we come to what I consider the most powerful habit, activating what traditional Chinese medicine calls the 3 gates of leg strength. These are specific acupressure points that, when stimulated correctly, can dramatically improve leg strength, reduce inflammation, and enhance energy flow to your lower body. Point 1. Zhu San Li, the point of longevity. Located 4 finger widths below your kneecap, just outside your shin bone. Apply gentle, steady pressure while making small circular motions for 60 seconds on each leg. This point increases energy and muscle endurance. Point 2. Yin Ling Quan, the inflammation fighter. Located on the inside of your leg, in the depression just below and behind your knee. Gentle circular pressure for 60 seconds each leg. This reduces fluid retention and inflammation in the legs. Point 3. Tai Chong, the tension releaser. On the top of your foot, in the valley between your big toe and second toe, about 2 finger widths back. This releases deep internal tension that prevents muscles from functioning efficiently. The technique: you're not trying to cause pain. Think of pressure on a scale of 1 to 10. You want to be at about a 6 or 7. Firm enough to feel a response, gentle enough to be pleasant. Apply pressure gradually. Make small circles with your thumb while maintaining that pressure. Clockwise for 30 seconds, then counterclockwise for 30 seconds. These pressure points stimulate nerve pathways that send signals directly to your brain about your legs. They also improve circulation and release natural pain-relieving compounds. Within a week of trying this, I noticed my legs felt lighter when I walked. After a month, my wife commented that I wasn't holding onto furniture when I walked around the house anymore. The beauty of this habit is you can do it anywhere. It takes 3 minutes total, and the effects last throughout the day. This final habit might be the most important of all, because everything we've done so far can be undermined by what you eat in the first hour after you wake up. Let me be direct. The typical Western breakfast is muscle poison for people over 70. Toast with jam? That's a sugar spike that causes inflammation and provides zero building blocks for muscle repair. Cereal with milk? Processed carbohydrates that spike your insulin, followed by a crash that leaves your muscles weaker. Here's what I learned from studying the world's strongest, most mobile elderly populations. Morning protein is medicine. After age 65, your body becomes significantly less efficient at utilizing protein. You need more of it earlier in the day from the right sources. My morning fuel protocol follows the Okinawan template. Component 1. Warm miso soup, rich in enzymes and amino acids that support muscle repair. Component 2. High-quality protein, a soft-boiled egg or tofu. I'm looking for 15-20 grams of complete protein. Component 3. Fermented brown rice, a small bowl that provides steady energy without insulin spikes. Component 4. Pickled vegetables, supports gut health, which is directly connected to muscle health. For 60 years, I started my day with coffee and toast. Within 2 weeks of switching to this protein-rich morning protocol, I wasn't experiencing that mid-morning energy crash. Within a month, I was getting out of chairs without using my hands for the first time in years. If miso soup isn't your thing, the principle is what matters. Protein first, eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, fermented foods, yogurt with live cultures, kefir. Complex carbohydrates only after the protein. The key is no sugar, no processed carbohydrates, and protein within 30 minutes of waking up. Remember, muscle loss after 65 isn't just from aging, it's from improper fueling. Morning protein is your insurance policy against weakness. As I sit here talking to you, my legs have taken me through 89 years of life. 3 years ago, I thought that journey was ending. I was wrong. The 5 habits I've shared are not magic. They are daily acts of respect for the body that has carried you this far. Your new morning routine: floor wake-up stretch, sacred foot massage, 7-step T-walk, 3 PowerPoints acupressure, morning fuel protocol. 20 minutes each morning, less time than most people spend checking their phones. But here's what those 20 minutes will give you back: confidence in your step, stability in your balance, freedom from the fear of falling, the ability to trust your legs again. I want to challenge you to commit to 30 days. Write down today's date. Mark your calendar 30 days from now. Don't expect miracles on day 3. Your legs didn't become weak overnight, and they won't become strong overnight. But here's what I promise. If you do these 5 habits consistently for 30 days, you will notice changes. Maybe getting out of a chair more easily. Maybe walking upstairs without gripping the banister so tightly. Maybe simply feeling more confident when you move. Your legs do not have to grow weaker as you age. They can grow wiser, more balanced, more alive. You don't need a gym. You need rituals. You need rhythm. You need consistency. And most importantly, you need belief. Belief that every day, with the right habits, You can become stronger than you were the day before. Start tomorrow morning, one habit at a time. Listen to your body. Be patient with the process. Trust that your legs remember how to be strong. They're just waiting for you to remind them. Thank you for trusting me with your time. Your future self will thank you for starting today.